Hello and welcome to the Voice of TOD. I'm Tom, and in this video we're going to take a look at the latest on 33 Immortals. 33 Immortals was announced back in the summer at the Xbox Games Showcase. We even saw Phil playing it with a couple of the devs while they were talking about the game. It is a Dark Souls-like multiplayer, but mainly co-op, dungeon crawler, basically. It looked great. It was Greco-inspired, ancient Greek, very kind of that sort of Greek mythos elements and gods and all that kind of weird stuff. It just looked like a lot of fun, and the thing that drew me to it was a co-op experience. So you were just playing it with 32 other players, and it just looked absolutely insane. I'll be honest, it's not a game I'm going to rush out to play, but it is on Game Pass, so that gives me the incentive. We will trial it day one. We don't know when it's out yet. We might get a release date. We might even get a new trailer. But Melly here is going to talk to the devs, and hopefully we'll get some cool new news. Let's jump straight in.
About 33 Immortals, and for that we have Nicola here. So Nicola, welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm good. Gamescom is always fire everywhere. It's fun. It's
I say this one did the Starfield one, but
so
Gamescom
amazing.
does
But
look
first
awesome.
off, we got to start with a feature fans are
Just all the stuff in the
about.
background.
So tell us more about pick up and raid. So what can fans expect?
Yes. So traditionally, like in Raid, you have to like create a big group and plan a lot of things to like solve these kind of intricate puzzles. On our end, we want to try with 33 models to change the vibe of this and do a fresh take on this.
Yeah.
So what we want to propose to the player is that you open the game and you just jump into a fight right away.
Okay,
without
that's
any
cool.
wait and any planification. So let's say you're a player, you're alone, you go in alone and you just go through a portal and you'll be already fighting hordes of monsters and epic bosses. And you won't do it alone. You'll be also with 32 other players.
So what if I
Nice.
don't have 32 friends?
Exactly. Well, who does? Well, we do have 32 friends minimum. I hope for you. But let's be honest. Do they play always the same game as you at the same time? No, they don't. And I think
No.
on my end, I only have like 2 or 3 that are at the same time playing the same thing. And this is what we wanted to also like avoid. It's going to be a seamless.
It makes it
experience where you
easy,
just jump in,
seamless. That's the
matchmaking
thing
will be
that they
done
want to do with this.
automatically, and
Just
people
gets you in the
will just
game.
join in.
You get playing.
Can join alone and also with other people as well. You'll be able to queue up with a little party if you want of your own
Nice.
friends.
So
because
you've
we
got
have
5 or
friends,
6
right?
guys,
Of course.
and you're ready to go, but you can't find anyone else. You just jump into this, and you join 20 whatever, 27 other players.
That sounds so amazing.
So
actually.
constantly,
But
hopefully
what is
there's
your
a
take on
thriving
usual
ecosystem with
raid-like
this.
player roles?
But hopefully
Sorry,
that
can you say that
is
again?
actually
What
going
is your
to give this
take
game
on
more life for the
usual
ability to
raid-like
take in any kind of group
player roles,
size.
like tanks,
Yes.
support?
So on our game, what we wanted to tackle is the fact that we are different. But in the same time, all the players start the same. So all we do with this is that we equip a weapon, and this weapon will define your role. We will use 4 different roles: tank, support, ranged, and melee. So for instance, we have the bow of hope. If you take that, that means you have a bow, you'll do damage from afar. That's more my style and more my gameplay.
Probably my style too,
This is
yeah.
like just our ranged fighter. On the other hand, we have just the sword, and with this one, you can dash. You can dish a lot of damage, and also you have a special attack that makes you guard. So it's more of a tank on the tank role. We'll make sure that we build these weapons to have all these roles supported. We are now working on the support and also on the melee one, and all this together will give like good gameplay combination.
That
So the
sounds
sword
so amazing,
being
Nicola.
tanked, it sounds like
And, I
it's
mean, this
parry,
game is
attack and
about
parry, and
so
more
much
about
more than
reaction,
just life and
dodges.
death. So please
being
take
in the
us
face of
through
it. That's
how
cool.
players begin the story and what progressing
Yes.
means to your like overall goal.
No, yeah,
So,
progress. That's the
our
key thing
game,
here
in fact,
for a game like this.
We start as a player that now is dead and is going
Oh,
to
I want
eternal
to be
life.
immortal.
Okay.
And in fact, in this, the Almighty,
They've missold the game.
Almighty look at you and
You're not immortal
saw
at all.
that your life was full of sins and problems, so He's giving you eternal punishment. So it's not dramatic at all.
So we're fighting the last judgment, basically.
Almost.
Okay.
So then,
Oh,
when you go
that took
into
a
the
dark
game,
turn. You were a
we took
bastard in life, and now
inspiration
you're gonna
of the
suffer
Divine
punishment for
Comedy by
eternity.
Dante Alighieri, which is a poem from the 14th century, an Italian poem. And you start in the dark woods, this place where all the players will gather, and you're this like wandering souls. and other souls will come, and you just don't wait for your eternal life. You want to challenge the Almighty. So you'll take all these players with you, and you go to the gate, and you go through Inferno, Purgatorio, and then Paradiso, while facing tons of like monsters and epic bosses. And then after that, you will go through these things, but you may also die. Dying is part of the process. And, well, as bad as it sounds.
Of course, but I got you.
Yeah, and we want to make sure that every time you'll play,
Torch
you'll
chamber
get some
opened.
new
Is that what the
potential
levels are
upgrades.
called?
We have like a perk system that you'll be able to equip that will affect your weapons, your stats, and you'll get more and more experience the more you play, the more
Actually, I'm getting Hades vibes.
And then you'll play through more and more, and the more you'll go, the more you'll be able to like go through all these challenges that are just ramping difficulty through the whole game with all these 3 steps.
That sounds so amazing. But Nicola, can you tell us a bit more where the
I need to play
name
it.
comes from?
Yes.
I'm interested.
In fact,
I'm very
with
interested in this.
Immortals, we at the beginning of the game, the development started in 2018.
Okay.
And we are a small studio, and we decided to
Obviously,
have a brand new
pandemics
team that
and
will take care
things,
of this
but
game because it's an online game. It's something different that we did before. So it started with 3
That's
people.
a good
and now we're
process,
22,
good
which is
development
pretty nice.
process.
And at the beginning, we wanted to have
Yeah.
we wanted to have 100 players. We were a bit dreaming.
Of course.
Which
you
is
have
good.
to
It's a lot of
dream big,
players.
right? And then you condense it to something more manageable.
Exactly, but it's exactly this, through brainstorms and realizing what we need to make sure that the raid experience is nice and enjoyable, and also
It's
by
Diablo-like,
discovering that
isn't
in the
it?
Divine Comedy, every chapter has 33
It's
chants.
more, yeah, it's more
Chants,
Diablo, Path of Exiles kind of game than.
Then we realized that, oh, maybe 33 is the magic number. And
Then,
it was the perfect number of players, and then it created
Dark
the
Souls.
33 Immortals title.
That is such a cool story. Thank you
Yes.
for sharing
That was-
it.
that was
And,
lazy on my
Can you tell us a
front.
bit more about the art style, because it's not only fun to play, I
Pretty.
bet.
It's a very
it
pretty game.
also looks amazing.
Yes, so in fact, at Under Lotus, we are renowned, I think, I'll say renowned,
Yeah, of course.
to do beautiful and crafted game in 2D art style, which is for animation and all the scenery everywhere.
I do
It's
like
beautiful. And
the
it's a challenge
re-emergence
because
of
on
this
Earth, and as
2D
you see
style.
on
It's
some of the
it just
gameplay,
flows
it's
so well
a
on
top-down
current
view,
consoles.
So it's a different view that we haven't tackled before. And the fact of keeping this aesthetic that is very hand-drawn with the challenge of having this crisp gameplay and good gameplay experience, it's a challenge, but we did it, and we're very proud of what we have right
Is
now.
that the melee
And
fighter
you've been
with the 2
working on it
daggers?
Since 2018. That's
It's a lot.
very long
it's
time.
good that we'll be launching soon.
How many times have you changed directions?
Not so much. In
Okay.
fact, it was more a matter
Good.
of having not so much people, and then it takes time because you're not not a big team. And the team got bigger. It's nice. Now we're 22. We're super happy. But when you are a few people, it takes time before it just develops. And yes, there was some changes here and there, but it's just normal through like game development, and we're pretty happy of where we are right now currently.
That sounds so amazing. So Nicola,
It sounds like it's
finally,
been
when can
a
get
good
the
project for them
community,
as
like, get
well
their
to
hands on the
slowly
game? So
grow
when can we start
build
playing?
into this
So
idea.
we're an online game, so we'll need help and feedback of player before our launching date. So early next year, we will clearly have some moments where we'll need players to come in. And
Beaters.
players, please all come in, go subscribe on 33immortals.com, and you can join our Discord as well to join the community. And it's going to be great. We need people, we need feedback. We want to do the game for the community as well and for the people. And it's going
That's
to
a
be
good
good
view.
for us to just make sure that we balance everything out properly.
I
Early
like
next
these
year,
guys.
It's going to be great, and then we'll ship later next year as well.
That
Shipping
sounds
later next year, and it's coming to Game
amazing.
Pass.
Nicola,
Pretty sure it's coming to Game Pass.
Thank you so much for being here and for sharing
Want
all
to keep
the
an eye out for
information
sure.
about 33
Absolutely.
Immortals, and I really can't wait to start playing myself.
Subscribe.
Honestly. I will. I was just taking notes, and you will see me on the Discord, trust me.
Excellent.
So, we've got more in store today, including a chat
Nice.
with Phil Spencer,
Very
new
nice.
updates from Microsoft Flight Sim, and a world premiere you've just got to see. But first, here's Benny with a quick look at the Xbox Boost Tour.
I don't need that bit, not for this video. We're going to go do the Phil Spencer interview because I mean, we're a couple of days on. This is day 3, so I'm a little bit behind. We're going to watch the Phil Spencer thing. I've seen a couple of interviews with him, some really interesting stuff. The Destin IGN interview, really good. Destin threw some really good questions at him, and Phil was kind of dodging the answers. but you know, Phil dealt with it in a real Phil Spencer way. He doesn't give a lot away, so hopefully we're actually going to get some stuff from this interview. I'll be covering that probably next. We've already looked at something that came out. It must have been this one. Broken Sword. Not only are we getting a new Broken Sword game, we're getting Shadow of the Templars remastered. They're calling it Reforged. It's all done for modern, sort of, I think they said 4K displays. It's going to be so beautiful. Cannot wait for that. So I'll throw my reaction to that article and trailer at the end of this. Keep an eye on the channel for loads more coming out of the Xbox stuff. I've got quite a bit to catch up on. Things like, to give you a little tease, obviously the Phil Spencer interview we'll be watching, and I'll be adding my bit. We also have Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty stuff that I really want to dive into. Stalker 2. Sounds like we're going to get a new look at Stalker 2. Still don't know when it's meant to be coming out. They're saying end of the year. Maybe that's been firmed up. I'm tentative. I've never played a Stalker game. It looks like it has something special. So I'm looking forward to seeing that again. And on day 3, so today, so probably dropping tomorrow on the channel, there's some Alan Wake 2 at the Xbox showcase. I can't wait. I'm so looking forward to that game. There's so much coming out. Keep an eye on the channel for all the latest news coming out of Gamescom and the Xbox showcases. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.